We're sitting on the side of the road. We're about 157 miles from home. We're about a half mile from a rest area, 57 miles to Tallahassee, to the west of us. And all the engine warning lights came on, the engine overheat light came on, the warning light and the stop engine light all came on. So I shut her down and pulled over to the side of the road as quick as I could. And I got out and I crawled up under it. Saw a little bit of water, but not much. So then I went into the engine compartment, access from the top in the closet in the back, and I found this. That's my Serpentine Belt. Without that, the water pump don't work and the engine gets hot. So 157 miles from the house, we've got about, I don't know, 1,700 miles under our belt on this trip. And it got us. We've had a great trip, but now we got to get this fixed. So I'm letting the engine cool down. As soon as it does, I'm going to fire it up. I'm going to make it a half mile to the rest area just up the road. And then we're going to call Roadside Assistance. You got to love the RV life. All right, so we fired it up, let it cool down, fired it up, and eased on down here to the Madison County rest area eastbound on I-10. And this is near Lee, Florida, mile marker 265. And I called Roadside Assistance. They took all the information, and now we just wait. Probably going to fire up the generator and watch some football. All right, update time. We've got a medium to heavy-duty mechanic on his way out of Jacksonville. Going to be here in about an hour and a half to 2 hours. So, we've got the Alabama-Auburn football games on TV. Got the generator going. Ain't no sense in getting mad about it all. It is what it is, right?
It is what it is.
All right, time for an update. Alabama's winning 49-3 over New Mexico State. And we've been watching the ball game for an hour and a half. It's almost halftime. And an hour and a half ago, I received a text message that read FYX Fleet Service, Fixed Fleet Service, is on its way, ETA up to 90 to 120 minutes. That was an hour and a half ago, which is 90 minutes. And then I just received a call just moments ago from FYX Fleet Service, and she wanted to get my credit card information. And I asked her if the guy was on his way, and she said no, she had to get this information before he could get underway. So we've been here an hour and a half, and they haven't even left. Well, Alabama won.
Oh, yeah.
And Auburn's not winning. Mississippi State's handing it to them right here in the second half.
Oh, gee, thanks.
But we still don't have, what'd you say?
Says, gee, thanks. Rubbing it in, and we're losing.
We still don't have a service technician here, and it's been almost 3 hours. So we fired up the generator and got the air fryer going, and we got some burgers in there. And they're good. But we're still waiting.
Yeah, we've got to get to the motor, and I don't want anything to get on the clothes and stuff like that. So, yeah.
So everything is on the bed.
Everything is on the bed. We had to clear a path so they can come in, move the slide out.
And now we're going to cover it all up with a sheet to keep it clean.
Well, to keep it from him, from workman clean.
If they ever get here.
Yeah, but hour and a half in, they call and say they're on their way or just left.
It's been 2.5 hours now.
Yeah, it has been. I mean, thank goodness for the ball game. Keep us busy, but it's a long way. And I hope he can fix it. Hope so.
It's now 4:12. We started this process at 11:30. They dispatched supposedly at 12 with an hour and a half arrival. And now we're on hold with Roadside Assistance from Good Sam, who is attempting to contact them at FYX Fleet, FYX, FYX Fleet, supposedly out of Jacksonville. Now they're not answering their phone, and we're still waiting.
Thank you for choosing FYX. All of our agents are currently assisting other customers. Please remain on the line for the next available agent.
Text message from us?
Yeah, you sent me a text message, said if I had any questions, give you a call, and you got your number in the text message.
And it doesn't say anything about an incident number?
Let me check. It's for a Class A motorhome diesel. Broke
what
it.
Did you need?
I needed Serpentine. Serpentine Belt broke.
All right, let me see if I can find something. Because I just started work. I just walked in the door.
Well, I've been sitting beside the road for 5 hours. And apparently your technician left at noon. I wondered if he got lost.
All right, it looks like Margaret from Good Sam Ajero has canceled this call.
What? Well, I do not want it canceled. I don't know who she is, but I'm sitting beside the road.
I think, yeah, it looked like when we called and talked to them, they told us something about this should have been a tow.
No, it's not supposed to be a tow. It's a serpentine belt. Any diesel mechanic can put one on.
Okay, sir, I apologize. I'm just going by what the notes state. That this was canceled. It's no longer our call. So they either have a different service provider or have given it to somebody else.
So they called you and canceled it?
Yes, this has been canceled.
Somebody named Margaret.
Margaret.
All right. Well, let me get a hold of Margaret. Thank you.
You're welcome. Bye.
Almighty. I got the AC going and we're comfortable, but at this rate, we're going to run out of diesel fuel. Or at least it's going to get down to a quarter of a tank and the generator won't run anymore. Not the end of the world, but not the pickle I wanted to be in. We are still sitting at the rest area. It's almost been 6 hours now. Good Sam at just before 12 noon called FYX Fleet, FYX Fleet. They said they were sending a technician within 90 minutes to 120 minutes. No technician arrived, so I called Good Sam back. Good Sam said they would check on it. Another hour went by. I got a phone call from FYX Fleet saying that she needed to get further information, which I gave her that, and they were sending a technician out. I said, what do you mean? He was supposed to have been sent out, an hour ago. And she said, no, they're getting the information together and my credit card information, which they got. And then we sat and wait. 2 more hours went by. Nobody shows up, so I start getting a hold of Good Sam. Good Sam tells me FYX Fleet canceled. Said they couldn't find anybody to work on the RV, so they canceled. So I called Good Sam back. I'm sorry, I called FYX Fleet. And Fix Fleet said they didn't cancel. Somebody named Margaret from Good Sam canceled. So I called Good Sam back, and I spoke to a gentleman who got me in touch with Margaret, and she said no, they canceled. She just entered it in the system so it would search for another repair facility. She cannot find a repair facility. She's gone through 5 or 6 now, and she still can't find a Ford dealership, an RV place, any place that can put a Serpentine Belt on our RV. She wants to know if we want it towed. And I asked her, towed where? If she can't find any place to repair it, what am I going to find sitting out here at the rest area? So she is still looking, but in the meantime, she wants to know if we would mind sitting here overnight and maybe Fix Fleet could get to us tomorrow. Or they could tow it. Yet they don't know where to tow it. What the hell am I supposed to do? Why do I pay for Good Sam premium service, roadside assistance, and the one time I need to use it, I'm in this pickle? What do you got to say about it?
I don't have anything to say because I'll get ugly.
It's a hell of a mess.
It is a hell of a mess.
Margaret finally located a service provider, a mobile tech named Big Daddy. Said he could be here in 2 hours and he could put on the Serpentine Belt, which is going to take him an hour, but his fee is a 3-hour minimum at $125, and I ain't worried about that. Get on over here and put a Serpentine Belt on. Hell, I'd put it on myself if I had the Serpentine Belt. But that's the update. Let's see where this goes. Well, this is an update. It is now 6:51. It's over 7 hours since this all started. And Big Daddy has just arrived. And he called earlier asking me what kind of belt it was. The old belt, you can't read anything on it. So we shall see if we got the right belt. So Big Daddy came and looked at it, and he gave me the good news and the bad news. It is the belt, obviously, you saw that. But what caused that belt to shred like that, I thought maybe it was water pump, and I felt down there, and water pump was free. Didn't feel like it was any bearings. But I didn't turn the alternator. With my hand, I'll show you what I mean. They have the belt, but now they got to get an alternator. And there's no alternator in Lake City. There's 2 alternators in stock in the store, and the guy will open the store and give them to him, or give him the alternator. Jacksonville. That's 70 miles back in that direction. So 150 miles round trip for Chris and his buddy to go get the alternator. Of course, that'll be mileage. That'll be an hourly charge. And of course, I think I gotta pay the guy to open the store $100 just to open the store and give him the part.
Yay!
Ain't nothing easy, but I tell you, Miss Barbara had a good point. If this were to happen back home,
It'd be in the shop for weeks.
the RV would sit in the shop forever. So it's gonna cost, it's gonna cost. We had a great trip.
We sure did.
We're almost home. We'll make it. Maybe tomorrow, maybe Monday.
It's your fault. You said you didn't want to go home yet.
I did say I didn't want to go home yet. I really enjoyed this trip. This is just one of them wrinkles that you have to deal with in the RV life. That is the culprit right there. Nice, shiny, and clean. 19 minutes after midnight. It's been, in 11 minutes, it'll be 13 hours that we've been fussing with this issue, including a couple of trips to Jacksonville for belts and an alternator. They got the alternator in. The 3 belts they brought with them do not fit. So we're calling it quits for the night. We're gonna pack everything back in the closet, close up the engine compartment, and go to bed. They'll be back in the morning. If they try to charge me for another trip to Jacksonville for more belts, I'm gonna lose my mind. But that's where we are right now at 20 minutes past midnight. It's been a long day. See what Miss Barbara's got to say about it.
What can you do? I'm going to clean off the bed and we're going to go to sleep. Tomorrow's another day.
Good morning, my dear.
Good morning.
It's a beautiful Sunday morning, isn't
It's a
it?
gorgeous day out there.
You have a good rest?
No,
You didn't.
I can't sleep without my CPAP machine.
Time is 10 o'clock, and Big Daddy is back, and hopefully he's got the right belt.
I hope so. Hope so.
All right, so we're going to get the dog out, and we're going to clear this area out, and they're going to come in, and hopefully we'll get underway here in just a little bit. Big Daddy Diesel Repair is back. They brought a bunch of belts with them, so hopefully we'll get this done. That's the belt. Sounding good. We may get underway here in a little bit. Y'all put in a heck of a lot of work for us, and we certainly do appreciate it.
We appreciate you.
Thank y'all.
Yes, sir.
And if there's any place online where we do a survey or anything, you can expect a good thumbs up from us.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
We really appreciate it.
Yes, sir.
Thank
Yes, sir.
you. Well, this is our final update, I hope. We've got the alternator in. We've got the new Serpentine Belt on. We got everything buttoned up, and we're about ready to hit the road. We've been here 23 and a half hours right now. Well, since the breakdown. We've been here about 23 hours. Took us 30 minutes to let it cool down and get a half mile to the rest area. Madison County rest stop, mile marker 265. We got 157 miles to the home 20, and we're headed that way right now. Everything is looking good. My voltage is up, and my coolant is good. So that's going to be it from Madison County, Florida on I-10. If you enjoy the RV lifestyle, the good and the not so good, we encourage you to subscribe to our channel. Ring the bell to be notified when new content is available. Give us a thumbs up if you like this video, and also leave us a comment. Share our videos as well. We certainly would appreciate it. And until we see you again, Cody, Miss Barbara, and me, fair winds and following seas. Wagons ho.